Hi, I'm Simon Mainwaring, author of the New York Times bestseller We First, and founder of We First, the social branding firm that helps companies use social media to build their reputation, profits, and positive social impact. Thanks for taking the time to consider being a We First corporate partner. Now, for those of you I haven't met, I'm a long-time advertising guy. I started in Australia as a copywriter, and then I worked in London at agencies like Saatchi & Saatchi and Liga Stellini. And then I worked on Nike at Wieden & Kennedy in Portland, and then I was worldwide creative director on Motorola at Ogilvy. And then for the last 10 years, I was a freelancer, a consultant, kind of a hired gun like the cleaner from Pulp Fiction that comes in at the last minute to help with, a pitch or a campaign that hasn't been solved. And it's in this context, about 4 or 5 years ago, that I started to notice the arrival of social media. And I thought, this is going to fundamentally change the way we do business and the way we market our brands. Because if you put media in the hands of citizens or consumers, the dynamics with the brands are going to change dramatically. And it was at that time that I read a speech that Bill Gates gave at the World Economic Forum, his creative capitalism speech, where he said government and philanthropy can't fix the world on their own. We need the private sector to get involved. And this seemed smart and very self-evident to me. And so I spent the last 3.5 years writing a book called We First that came out in June last year. And it was a New York Times, Amazon, and Wall Street Journal bestseller, and Strategy and Business voted it the best marketing book of 2011. And now I write for Forbes and Mashable and Fast Company and Good and Huffington Post about emerging social technologies. So I'm this odd bridge between traditional storytelling and traditional advertising world and also emerging social technologies. And that's the two skill sets that I bring together in the We First social branding blueprint. Now, the value of the social branding blueprint to your company or brand is threefold. Firstly, it focuses on reputation management. How do you relate to your customers in a way that will build your reputation both as a competitive advantage against others in the marketplace, but also to shore up your social license to operate? Secondarily, employee optimization. How do you use social media to better engage your employees, so that they are more productive, so that they are champions for your brand, so that you can attract top talent and keep them over time? And then thirdly, it's customer engagement. How do you win that war for attention of your customers' eyeballs? And once you have that attention, how do you keep it over time? And how do you avoid community attrition so that you don't lose that community as soon as you turn your attention somewhere else? But the value is executional as well. One of my great concerns, having done a lot of speaking and going to a lot of conferences like all of us, is that you go there and you take a lot of notes and then you go back to your office and you put the notes up on your shelf and they never apply to your business or brand. You actually don't get any value for it. And that was my great concern in putting this training program together. And so what I did instead was I looked at all the best practices from the research that I did for my book and for all the magazines that I write for, and I took those best practices and built them in as answers to the questions in the blueprint. So as you actually go through the training program, I'll walk you through topic by topic by topic, and you answer the questions specific to your brand so that you walk out with a blueprint that's specific to your business and is directly actionable so that you get real value. So this is designed to help leadership executives, or to help your marketing team, or to help your entire organization make that cultural shift from being a traditional media company to becoming a social brand that knows where their customers are, that relates to the customers in the way that they're relating to each other, so that they can become amplifiers for your products and services and build your bottom line over time. Specifically, what the Social Branding Blueprint is, it's a program of 8 modules that walk you through from defining your brand and its purpose, to how you tell that story in a community-facing way so that it's meaningful to the lives of your customers, who have so many other people competing for their attention. And then also, what social media strategies, tactics, and tools do you use based on the best practices of the smartest marketers in the world and concrete ROI? So as a corporate partner, you get access to the training program at special discounted prices because you're doing a bulk order on a per-seat basis. What's more, We First is deeply committed to helping you make a contribution. So whenever somebody buys the training program, they get a free access pass to give to their favorite nonprofit so that you get to make a contribution in alignment with the core values of your brand. But there's nothing more powerful than hearing directly from people who've done the program. So watch the testimonial reel below, where you'll hear from brands like Coca-Cola and AOL and the UN Foundation who talk about the real value they got for their brands. Below that, you'll see another video that walks you through each of the 8 modules. And there's some frequently asked questions below that if you have any questions. The process is simple. All you do is click the order button below, select the number of seats or programs you want, and that number of access codes will be sent directly to you to distribute amongst your employees. Once logged in, each of your employees can access the entire training program, all the extra content, they can take progress surveys, they can unlock bonus content, and they can participate in the community forum to answer any questions about the course itself or emerging social media technology. So I really look forward to working together and adding real value to your brand, to your customer community, and to non-profits that we both care about. So click the button below now and let's get started.